Welcome back to another episode of Couch Talk. This is going to be one of our reviews for a new anime coming up. I'm Justin,
I'm Logan.
for those of you
We're
just joining.
we're reviewing Mahoutsukai no Yome, also known as the Ancient Magus's Bride.
Correct. So how we do our reviews is we talk about the episode first, like scene by scene, so there are going to be lots of spoilers. So if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
you probably don't want to watch this yet, or you do to understand what's going to happen. And then after we kind of break down the whole episode, we give our score for the episode at the end of the
Yeah. And this
the
is
conversation.
strictly a review. This isn't like a reaction or anything. So it's just a discussion about the episode. We both just watched it and now we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, so let's just go ahead and jump right into this.
Yeah.
Episode actually starts right out with its OST. It doesn't have like a little opening cutscene, or not cutscene. It's not a video game. It doesn't have like an opening scene before it
Yeah,
goes into
it
the
goes
OST.
straight into its opening.
Yes, which I want to talk about the opening just a little bit. Like, I felt the opening was very beautiful. And there's a
Yes.
lot. It shows a lot of emotion right off the bat. Kind of like this girl clearly seems lost.
That's how I
Uh,
feel this anime is as a whole so far. So its opening is a pretty good representation of that. And I love the song, like the
Yeah,
music
I love the
choice.
song a
It
lot.
was
It's
very
a really
good.
good song. And just the way they had her expressing her emotions kind of makes it look like she's just trying to find her place.
Right.
And then, so, yada yada, we get the
Yeah, we
opening.
transition into the opening scene, which is
Her,
Chise, which is the
yes, the
girl.
main character, Chise, she's signing a contract, which it's
Which,
kind of weird that she's signing a contract because what happens is she goes into like an auction and gets
right.
sold
I think
off,
she's signing
but
her like
her life
her
over.
life over to them,
Yes,
basically.
which is kind of unique here because, well, the thing is, normally you just be sold off.
Right.
You want to sign a contract, uh, which is kind of unique, opens up some things because you're like, ew, she's just being straight into slavery, but it's kind of like she signed up for it. Not quite sure
Yeah,
why.
they give you a choice, but I feel like they saw her as vulnerable, so it wasn't really much of her choice. She's like,
Yes,
I don't really have much anything else.
it's just, yeah, she has nothing else, so she's at this point where like you can see, or she doesn't really care too much. She's got this dead eyes in her look.
Yeah, and there's hints throughout the episode that showed like she didn't really have a great life at all leading up until now.
And then we kind of go into this auction where all these people are trying to buy her because she's a sleigh
Yeah. Well,
baggy, I think is what the
before
term
that,
is.
she like walked through a room with like a bunch of different creatures and stuff.
Yeah, so we do get a glimpse of this world as like it's a fantasy world
Yeah,
right
and
off the
there's
bat. We kind of see
magic
it.
to it as we
Yeah,
learn
there's
later.
yes, but everyone's talking about her because she's a sleigh baggy. You don't really know what that is right off the bat. It's not even explained during the auction. I thought they might explain it during the auction, like, hey, this is why you want to pay a lot of money for her.
Right.
But she was
Like
at like 2.2 million, and then the other main character
Eli-
introduces himself here, Elias.
Elias.
Yes.
He just
Um.
walks in and
So
highballs everybody with 5 million. Like,
yes, like doubles the price for probably no reason whatsoever. You probably could have got her for like 2.5, 2.7, 3. No, he's just like, you know what? I got no time to waste. He's clearly high status because everyone's like, oh, that guy's
yeah,
here.
why'd
Like,
he
why is
show
he
up?
here?
And we also learn he's not really human. He has like a skull for a
Well,
face.
yeah, that's like another thing we kind of learn later. And it's like it's she can see that, but other people don't necessarily see that face of his. I don't think.
Okay. But
Uh,
but we know he's like, I
yes,
don't even know how to describe him. Like a kind of like a he kind of
he's a
looks like a
figurehead.
demon, like just by his like if I saw that at night, I'd shit my pants. Like, but he's just more like he's like a gentleman, but he kind of looks like a demon.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's like
Uh,
skull head, red eyes, antlers, but
I also
he's
want to point out Logan and I are coming into this blind. Haven't seen anything or read anything before
oh,
this.
true. We forgot to mention
That's
that.
why, yeah, that's why we don't exactly know too much about him. We know that, and he paid in pounds. Let's say 5 million pounds, not yen, which is what I would expect to see. It'd be a lot more than 5 million yen.
Yeah.
So that's quite a bit of money he's paying for this girl. That's how, and later he explains how rare slave baggies are,
Yeah.
and that's even rarer for her to be able to see things. So it's probably definitely worth the 5 million. And we kind of see right away that he's going to be not like an abusive slave owner, I
Right.
guess.
She could have
He's like,
definitely be sold to someone a lot worse.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. And like the first thing he says to her is like, stand up,
yeah, like
keep your
stand
head up
tall.
high. Yeah, like you're an equal with me. Well, not equal with me, but you're not just this lowly being, in other words.
Yeah, like stick up for yourself. And he's like huge. He's like 8 feet tall.
He's, he's like, he's, yeah, like those guys. Like this is where I say they can't really see his real face because they're like, what is he, a monster? Like the auction people say that. Like if they could see him, they probably wouldn't say, is he a monster? They're like, he
Okay.
is a
Because I
monster.
wasn't sure if they're like, what is he a monster because of his face, but that makes sense. I'm sure someone will clarify.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be explained at some point in the show too, if people can see it or not. Because we see that like it goes into her past here and there where like everybody's kind of like, what is she, a freak?
Yeah,
Because she can see
she can
things?
see these like animal type magic creatures that kind of like appear out of, well, some just seem like out of nowhere, and we learn later that they help with like magic.
Yeah, uh, so I'm guessing normal humans can't see anything. That's why I'm also guessing they can't see Elias's deer face.
Right.
Uh, he is, as we learn, a mage, so he can probably hide it from normal people, but you can't hide it from someone who's special like Chisei, who can see these other things.
Yeah. So we get to they just enter this random room, and he kind of says like you should be fortunate, and that's when we get like a glimpse of her past, how,
It was
as you
just,
were saying, it was just like she's a freak and whatnot, and she kind of snaps. So she obviously has pent up like emotions. She just rarely
yeah, you would
shows
expect
them.
so if you're like, I think she's just been cut off from so much of the world from how she was treated as a child. She's kind of
Right.
lost a lot of her emotions, or at
Yeah.
least the ability to care.
You just say it right earlier. She has like the dead eyes
Yeah,
like
exactly.
all the time. But then he just pulls out his staff and like,
His magic wand.
yeah. This scene was actually super cool. Like the music was amazing, the animation and the colors where he just teleported them away. Basically all these vines like came around him and stuff. It was just a super cool scene in general.
Yes, I do like the animation in this is just
The animation is very good.
gorgeous.
The
It's
art
just
is very good. The colors like pop out and are very
yeah,
good.
they're vivid. Um, the music is great so far, and he basically welcomes her as an apprentice here. He said,
Yeah.
we don't know quite sure what an apprentice for at the very beginning. He just says, my apprentice. Um,
Right.
and then he goes to give her a bath. And she's like, no, please don't bathe me.
Please
I can do
don't.
it myself.
They kind of throw in like, I saw someone say like Full Metal Alchemist humor, how it like makes their face more cartoony and stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Which
yeah.
it makes it funny and like lightens the mood a bit.
Yes, so it's not just this
It's not just
full
this giant
tense
deer
moment.
demon
Yeah,
forcing this
exactly.
girl to
Like
bathe.
I'm gonna like when he gives him that cartoony face, it looks like a Pokemon, to
It
be
does look
honest.
like a
It's like
Pokemon.
I think it's the sand one I'm trying to think of. It's got like the little jagged mouth and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
It looks exactly like that. If you
Like
go
a
to check.
trap pinch head.
Yes,
Is that?
I
I can
think
see
that's what
it.
it is. It looks just like that. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I think they were trying to go like the puppy look,
Right.
but it looks just like the Pokemon.
Right.
Uh,
And we do. He calls her his puppy, which is an odd choice of words, but
but that's basically well, when you buy someone, I guess, and
yeah,
he's trying to raise them up. So at this point, she's a puppy, and he's hoping to raise her into a
yeah,
full-grown
that's understandable.
apprentice dog.
Apprentice dog. Maybe
Yeah,
he's like a dog skull or something, like a wolf. I don't know.
I've heard deer, so
It's probably
it
it looks
looks
like
like
a
a
deer.
deer.
Well, he does have antlers
Yes,
or like
exactly.
horn things. But then we get introduced to like these little fairies that show
Yes,
up.
fairies, or I think he called them Aries, is what he called them officially. Um, when she asked him about them, but these fairies they're your standard fairy, mischievous.
They're very
Uh,
mischievous. We learn that later, but you can
you can see it right off the bat, like
yeah,
how they kind of talk to her and give these like
these
weird winks and stuff.
these fake smiles that you can see right through. It's like overly happy. But
And then
those they will come in later. We'll
yes,
talk about that later, but
they're just kind of introduced here. Hey, there are lots of different creatures in this world.
yeah.
We got fairies. We got these little tiny dragon things that are flying around. Um, and we also learn when she talks to him about the fairies that they can bring fortune or misfortune,
Yeah,
depending on,
when she talks to Elias.
yes,
Yeah,
Elias. When
right.
she talks to Elias, he's like, well, they can bring you fortune or misfortune, depending basically on how they feel about you.
Yeah.
If they do like you, you'll have fortune. Or maybe they do like you and they still give you misfortune because they're goddamn fairies.
Oh, he called them the Ariels, by the way.
Ariels, that's what it is. That makes more sense.
Yeah, so they have I really like. I know I said this earlier. I really like the colors that are like in the show. Expect even like small scenes where he like made like a phoenix. It looked like. I think it was a phoenix, like out of the cage.
Yes,
It's just very colorful and like vibrant.
exactly. And
He did make a good analogy how like sleigh beggies are like a queen bee. How like
yeah, she attracts the monsters to her.
right.
Or creatures, not monsters. They're kind of like
They're like
your
creatures.
folklore creatures.
They seem like they're based off actual animals, but they're like a
Yeah,
different version.
yes. Kind of like your fairy tale creatures, I think I'm trying to go for here.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and this is where, after she's done with her bath and talking to him, where we learn about magic. And
Yes, definitely.
he's training her to be a magic apprentice because she is a slave baggy and has the power to see. So she's basically got a double whammy going for her to be probably like a powerful
Right.
mage. Granted, I don't know what kind of magic they're using. If it's like, you know,
Yeah, I
creature
expect
magic
that.
like summoning, or if it's like pyromancy kind of magic, or if it's, I don't know
I
yet.
expect them to explain that in the next couple episodes. We
But that's
also get another big moment for her was when like he called her family
yes, he
and
does call her a
he
family
gives her
here
that
after.
necklace thing, which she what she flat out said no one has really called her family.
Yes, because she was never wanted as a child.
Yeah, she was very well, it seems like she was just rejected as whole by
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah,
which is
exactly.
kind of
Like,
shitty.
yeah, it's like, I'm seeing stuff. Well, we don't fucking want you as a
Yeah,
child if you're seeing stuff.
exactly.
Like, we're not even gonna try to seek mental help or believe you or anything. It's just get the
It's
fuck out of my life,
it's
stupid
kind
little
of
dog.
harsh. It's very harsh.
I did not give birth to you.
Well,
It's basically how it is. The orphanage didn't even like want her,
for real, it's she's had a shit life.
and he's like, "Yeah, I'll take you in his family." But that's basically that scene of those two interacting. That kind of builds their foundation
Right.
what's happening here.
And then we move on
On
to the
to
aerials again.
yeah, she's getting ready to sleep, or she was woke up
She
in the
was
middle of it. I
woken
can't
up.
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
she was
aerial
woken up.
comes, knocks on our window. First of all, I knew something was up.
Well,
When the aerial said some like smart ass comment like, "Oh, come walk around so you get tired." I'm like, if your little shit ass didn't bang on my window, I'd still be sleeping.
like, what is it? She's like, come out into this forest. And
Yeah.
then I think I'm waiting for the exact line. Yeah, because after you say she's tire yourself out and sleep well, she winks at her.
Yes. It.
That wink itself is like, ooh, that's
I
mischievous.
could tell something was up. Well, it was basically confirmed when it showed Elias saying, "Okay, this will be a good lesson for her."
Yes, it does instantly go to him just watching because, he has to keep an eye on his merchandise. He can't let it go.
True. So we get she's basically lured and brought to this like portal, which it takes her to what, like the fairy
The
world?
fairy world, yes.
We don't
What life
really
be like for her there? Who knows? We don't know exactly what that world looks like.
Yeah, we don't know if that's what it really means to go there. Maybe
Yeah, like if it takes her soul and she becomes a
yeah,
fairy.
or like she gets I have no idea. It
This
doesn't
is a
seem
little.
too great because the way they try and manipulate her to go in there makes it seem it's not a
They're
great
like,
place.
oh, you have no, like they say, you have no family here. No one loves
Yeah, when you have to
you.
take a shot and be like, "You're a nobody, come with us," your intentions probably aren't that good.
But probably not. No, they're probably like, we don't need you.
Yeah,
We need you. No one else wants you. We don't really want you, but we need you for something.
right. But she almost gets tricked into going with them, but then she makes a firm statement like, "I need to go back." Like he told me I was family.
Yes, Elias told her she was family. She realized, hey, that's the first time anyone's ever called me family. I think she's like, even if he doesn't truly mean it, he called me family.
Right.
Meaning,
He acknowledged it.
yes, exactly.
And then what do you know? Elias appears right behind
Yeah,
her.
he saves the day because we already knew he was on the way anyway. He was watching.
Yeah, and he's basically like, "Don't do this again, or you're dead." He said he'll turn them into salamander food, and they look
Yes,
the
and they're
little
like, let's
Ariels
see,
look pretty pissed.
and they call him a half-baked loser, and she say a Robin. See, fairies, man, you gotta
Right.
murder them when you got the
There's
chance. They're mischievous.
there's some dialogue that I want to talk about later as this subject as a whole, how it involves basically it's weird how the story is a man who purchases a girl as slavery, but
Yes.
we'll get to that later. Anyway, after he takes her out or escorts her out, he says he wants to make her his wife.
Yes.
Which when I
That's
first
where I think the title comes in, Max's
Yeah.
bride.
when I first saw their interactions, I kind of got a fatherly figure from him, but he kind of put that.
It's more like a Beauty and the Beast.
Yes,
Kinda.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Like a Beauty and the Beast type of situation. Obviously,
It's just a different startup. He buys the beauty instead of meeting the beauty.
right,
He's like, this is another way to have Beauty and the Beast play out.
right. All right, so I want to. That's basically the end. She's just like, "Wait, what? You want to
Yeah,
you
exactly.
want to be my husband? What?" I just want to talk about like, it's weird. I did really enjoy this, but it's weird if you look at it like it's a older man purchasing a younger woman.
Well, we don't necessarily know how old this guy is.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Well, you
we
can
know how old she is.
you can
15.
kind of tell by like his
This guy has high
mannerisms.
status. Yeah, his mannerisms. Either he matured really young and he's probably like in his maybe 30s, or he could be, he's got a deer head. He could be like hundreds upon hundreds
Right.
of years old.
Right. But I was saying like it's just weird how I'm enjoying this story, but it's about someone who purchases a younger girl for slavery. There's kind of arguments both ways, like, hey, that's messed up, because she didn't really have a choice because of her shit life. But also, they did.
He is kind of giving her a
That's what I was
choice,
about to say.
He
They
said,
did
like,
include
you
dialogue.
could leave, you could stay.
Right, he's like, it's your choice to be my apprentice. Even after the fairy thing, he's like, it's your choice to go there or stay with me.
And then I feel like it's also her choice to be his bride.
Right, the way he did word it was like, I would like for you to be my bride.
Yes, exactly. So it is open up some things. It is, if they do develop out the relationship, I think it'd be fine that way.
If they
I
develop
guess
it,
she is 15 right now. I think
yeah,
15 or
16. It's like I was saying, it's kind of weird. It's just like, I did enjoy it, but if I take a step back and look at it, it's like, well, if that actually happened in like our world, that'd be kind of fucking weird. But like, I just saw a bunch of discussion about it on the anime subreddit, so I just wanted to bring it up. It is a very interesting topic, but I feel if he's giving her a choice, if he like brings her out of this depressed state and like where she can rely on herself.
Yeah, he's not like forcing it upon her. He's not like,
right. Like if
you have to marry me or I kill you.
Yeah, if she steps out of this marry me or die. If she gets out of this like funk and is capable of making decisions for her own and her own happiness and she chooses to be with him, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm behind that. That's fine.
It's kind of like you said, Beauty and the Beast. Like she was their captive.
Yeah, she did get
but
kidnapped.
she learned to like love him and he learned to love her.
Exactly. So
that is I'm glad you said that. That's the vibe I'm getting, like Beauty and the Beast the anime with magic.
Yes. Well, there's magic in Beauty and the Beast, so
yeah,
they got turned into furniture.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and give us?
Well, actually, wait.
review?
I want to ask.
Oh,
I want to ask something.
There's
Do you
more.
do you think Elias is being? Do you think he's putting on a front, or he's actually this? Yeah. Do you think he's actually this nice? Do you think he's trying to trick her?
That is kind of interesting to ask, because obviously the people in the auction house kind of have a problem with him.
Right.
We don't know why they have a problem with him. Maybe he just takes things at a different approach because he has higher status than them, or maybe he's manipulated them. We don't know. So right now, I'm trying to get. I don't have enough of a vibe from him yet.
It's really weird.
I feel like he is a bit manipulative, but he knows how to word things in a way.
Right.
I think the way he words them might make him seem manipulative, because maybe he's not truly giving her the choice. He's just trying to allude to her having the choice.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
ends up forcing her into that situation. That's what I'm going with now. He's like, he's starting to start off manipulative, I think, and then, or maybe he is just this way, but I'm gonna go with manipulative for now.
I get that vibe too. I don't know if like he's gonna. It's an interesting take they could do. He could either just be this nice and it's kind of like a happy go adventure, or maybe we start learning he's not this nice creature. Like maybe he's done some messed up shit. Like
maybe he is hundreds of years old and done a shit ton of stuff.
Because I really don't know where to place him, because he seems nice. Like, very nice, very well-mannered, but something just seems a bit off. And I don't think I have a reason why. It's just a gut feeling, I'd say. It's like, what? Is there something you're hiding? But yeah, I have no idea.
Maybe, yeah. So alright, going into our scores, what do you give it?
Okay, so...
My webcam keeps flashing.
It does keep flashing. It's okay.
Me.
It's okay. It's flashing minimally.
Get into your score.
I'm actually gonna give it an 8.5. I really enjoyed it. The strong things were the music. The animation was beautiful. The colors were amazing. Just the atmosphere it gave you was like super like calming, especially when they were out at like the house. It was like tranquil and stuff. you get like absorbed into the setting. I like the characters. Well, I like Chise a lot. I'm still, I don't know where to put you, Elias. And then, I mean, it's well written. It was just enjoyable. It piqued my interest for episode 1, especially knowing nothing.
Yeah, it piques my interest a lot. So I was sitting around that 7 mark. I think I'm gonna give it the 7.5. Uh, I love the art. I love the music. I prefer Elias over Chise right now. Right now at this point, I feel like she's kind of I don't know, she's not developed and fleshed out enough to where I think she just kind of seemed like a dull character at the moment to me. But I do love the world. I love all the setting and everything. And it piqued my interest, but it didn't blow my mind away with anything yet. I do feel like it's a good setup for a first episode, though.
Yeah.
And my webcam's pissing me off. But right now, I think it didn't, to me, it didn't do anything like fresh and completely new, like we were talking about Beauty and the Beast. But I do like the interesting take they're taking on in this world with the slavery and everything. So we'll definitely see how it goes on. I do feel my scores will be going up each episode.
Yeah, I feel I have a strong feeling about this anime. Just, I don't know, it just seems promising.
Yes, it does really seem promising, that's for sure. And if all fails, it's like one of the most gorgeous anime I've probably
at
seen
least
in a
it'll
while.
look pretty.
Exactly. So that's going to do it for our reviews and our scores. Be sure to down below let us know what you think, what you disagree with, agree with. Be sure to like, subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Those help a lot.
Those help a ton.
And
this will be going up Monday, and then so tomorrow will be
Black Clover. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Yes,
and
we have that. Then we're doing Inuyashiki this week,
which is Friday.
Yes, and then Daizere again on Saturday, and then this one for next week might be posted on Sunday or Monday, depending on how we do it.
Yeah, it depends with the dice dice. You know which one.
We're reviewing it. The video's up. So yeah, check out our videos. So until next time, peace out.
See ya.